We good. I think we can probably zoom in a little bit more. We doing it live, so whatever.
It's whatever.
And a little more towards Mix's way. The more.
It's okay. I'll be cut.
A little bit more.
Right there.
A little bit more. Some more there. A little bit more there. And we good.
We good.
All right, so we doing it live.
Ooh.
Welcome to the Darkened Hour, everyone.
Do the WAKANDA
place where
handshakes.
Yo. That's it, bro.
That's it.
Oh, do the Wakanda. I just fell in line. I was just like,
we gotta do it.
What?
The handshake.
Oh, oh yeah, when he first saw his sister. That's right.
That was legit.
If you don't do that handshake, we're not friends.
Yo, that was tough.
I mean, I was gonna do formalities, but everybody should know who we are by this time. Otherwise, they can just watch an intro from another show. Who cares? Let's just jump into the meat of things.
Right.
Black Panther, legendarily breaking box office, apparently.
For real, topping the freaking Avengers.
Like, I mean,
Deadpool got thrown out. Civil War got thrown out.
Well, Civil War was.
I'm not surprised by that.
Yeah,
it made about $391 million this weekend.
It makes more money.
And it's only been what, 3 days, barely.
Days, and I'm watching it again.
I'm definitely gonna see it again.
I need to see it again.
We need to do it.
I want to see it so I can quote it. That's a movie I need to quote.
Seriously.
I've been quoting the Infinity Wars trailer more than I've been quoting this movie, which is sad because the only thing I'm quoting is Black Panther. Get this man a shield.
Get this man a shield. I don't care.
I don't care. Do you not realize I literally bought a cup for that movie?
Yeah. You told me when we was playing Monster, you're like, "Oh, I got a cup." I'm like, I gotta get me some.
It's serious because the only cups that you've gotten were Doctor Strange, Civil War.
No,
you got Civil War.
Oh, did I?
Hit the cap on top.
Yeah. Okay.
And now you got Black Panther. Now we have like the worthy ones.
Yep.
Seriously.
Get this man a shield.
Get this man a shield.
This is
villain, my
villain. My villain. I'm trying to think because I see a lot of people debating like if this is officially the best Marvel movie to date, and there's a lot of toss up because Doctor Strange hit hard.
Seriously,
I agree.
You know, people still hold Vanilla Iron Man in their hearts.
Of course.
So okay, 2008. I'll give him that.
You know, so like, I mean, because it's still a solid movie. Yeah, there's still the curse of villains being kind of stale and boring, but like Iron Man delivered exactly the same stuff that Black Panther delivered. As like it goes for your hero and your villain. And what they're fighting for, essentially.
What am I fighting
who wants to be on top right now of this project that we both technically worked on, if you will. So it's like I see why there's a debate on that. So I don't even know where to go in with this because there's so much under this umbrella of Black Panther.
Because honestly, when I left, there's so much to unpack.
Yeah,
it is a dense, but it's well paced. You didn't feel like it was heavy handed. You felt like you were just flowing through their narrative. You know? Like you felt like the world building. Like ridiculous.
Very
understanding
well
their rituals, their culture, just like that. You understood, like, okay, cool. This is how they do things. I was like, oh.
And I'm glad they didn't unnecessarily explain all 5 tribes. You just accepted through the council. You saw the presence of all the tribes there, except the mountain people who separated them, who are hilarious, by the way.
Yeah, they were
I didn't think I would love them as much as I did.
Just how they walked in, disrespectful. Just coming in like, oh, you didn't invite me.
They're like, oh, what are you doing here? It's challenge day.
Exactly.
He just screwed decorum. Like, I'm here to fight.
Yeah, legit.
It's challenge day.
Oh my God. When he was like, are you done?
Yes.
Okay, we're getting a little ahead of ourselves. But yeah.
Okay, so I'll ask some questions that were on top of my head. How did you feel about Eric Killmonger? Monger, yes.
I'm waiting. I'll let you take off because I geek.
How did I feel about him? I felt, considering that like people were saying, "Oh, this is the best villain we've seen since the Joker." I don't feel that way. I sympathize with him a lot more than I saw him as a villain. Like like he was more an anti-hero than anything. It's not like Joker who, he was a great villain. He was funny. He was this, and he was rightful. He was evil in his own right, and we just want this guy to be hated, but you love him so much because he builds the hatred.
Right.
Whereas Killmonger, he portrays himself more as a Loki. He was handed the short end of the stick.
Very Loki.
Even though he, by all rights, should have been in that city. He is literally cousins with the king. It's like, I can't see him more of a villain. He's rubbing off on me Loki Magneto style, where like there are times where I took his side, which is why tribes actually rally to his side. It makes sense. They don't just he's an outsider who wants to change for us the better. We agree with him. It's like, no, he's rightfully one of us, and he sees things the way some of us feel. He's accomplishing things that two kings cannot accomplish. So I see Killmonger isn't really a villain, and I definitely like him as an antagonist. Definitely don't see him as a villain. So like I don't know, I like his character a lot. I kind of wish he got more screen time. Word. I wish we got to see him in action, more of those Call of Duty kills that they spoke of. Like I don't know, I felt like his villainy villain was short-lived. You know, we got to see his American life, him being the smuggler. He finally got to Wakanda, and it was like, okay, I'm here, I took over, and now it's already the comeback. You know, comeback mechanics kicking X Factor. So it's like I felt his tyranny was very short-lived for somebody who was so great. That's why I didn't feel the stature that Joker put up, because Joker was riding out the entire movie. He was the first scene. So from beginning to end, he was the villain. Granted, he kind of started the movie off at the museum, and he, you know, poisoned the lady's coffee. Cool, but I didn't feel him constantly, you know, being a villain. He was just some guy trying to get what he wanted to get. And once he got what he wanted to get, it was instantly taken away from him. And he wasn't taken away with a salty thing, or he didn't go out like a villain. He went out like a hero, even if he was the antagonist. He said, no. He's like, no, why are you going to help me so you're just going to lock me up? Which was true, because he didn't deny it. He's just going to lock me up.
He wasn't wrong.
He's like, so I'd rather be dead than in chains, because he buried me in the ocean with my ancestors, because they knew it was better to be dead than be bonded.
Okay, so Jose says he was a Malcolm X. In a sense of the word.
I feel like that might be kind of stretching it, but at the same time, I do see it.
I see certain personality traits, but I'll tell you where Killmonger goes left to me. When I realized he was a true villain, was then, okay, he's rightfully, he goes through the, first of all, what makes him a true villain is that because he has the sheepskin, he's like, I have a right here. I will fight you on your own turf. Ritual combat, I'll beat your ass in front of your whole family, throw you over a waterfall, and they're not going to do anything about it. Because I'm going to fight you at your own game.
Exactly.
What made him a villain is the burning of those little flowers that were for the next Black Panther.
The heart-shaped
the destruction, the heart-shaped herb that would destroy any chance of next Black Panther. To me, that was a very subtle moment. That was like, I'm going to take this. Because the thing about, he was trained to overthrow governments but not lead. That's where that's where he failed at.
Exactly.
He kept disrupting the culture, disrespecting them over and over, and it was after a while it's just like, okay, enough is enough. You know, the bodyguards, they turned on him. It was a mess. Now that's where his villainy. Now I see what you mean. He starts off like, but that's where his intention versus how he did it. That's his villainy right there. It's subtle. It's not like the Joker where it's like outright anarchy. He knows exactly how, and that's what makes him dangerous. He beat the hell out of T'Challa. Like, okay, the other guy, Jabari, who was in the mountains, that was a close fight. T'Challa owned him out there.
Yo, for real.
And I'm like, I feel bad for the king because he had to fight twice. What kings had to do that?
I feel like he fought more than twice.
When it comes to like fighting for the throne,
twice.
Who else had to do that? So that's why I have mad respect for T'Challa. Taking his ass over like a champ.
My thing with Killmonger, I actually loved his character completely because he kept on throwing, like, when going back to the museum part, when the girl, she was like supposed to be the expert on all the relics, and he was like, oh really? Or maybe it's just your ancestors that came in to take it when they thought they saw something new.
No, it was when he saw the
shook.
The pickaxe.
The pickaxe that's actually vibranium.
He was like, she's like, oh, that's not for sale. He's like, you think your ancestors who took all this? I forgot how he. That's why I gotta watch the movie.
He's like,
it's quotable. It's really good.
He said, you think it was for sale when your ancestors just took them?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah,
that's pretty. I was like, shook.
Not gonna
clutch
lie.
My pearls.
Honestly, to be honest with you, in my opinion, for watching most of like all 18 films of freaking Marvel, I honestly love this film because Killmonger did things that the other villains did not do.
Couldn't even accomplish.
By what I mean is, you're the reason you killed my father. I'll take you and the king. Killed everybody. Killed people in front of people. Like, he killed important people in front of, like, important other people.
Killed Claw. We thought he would have more screen time.
Exactly.
Yo, talk about a lie.
All right, and then
I'm sorry. The trailers are like, okay, here's this like British guy who's definitely going to be running a lot of issues in a movie. We only 20 minutes in, huh?
Boom, boom.
Exactly.
Pop, pop, done.
And it's like
villain stuff.
He ends up killing his so-called girlfriend that was in
that
their
Harley
series.
type.
Yeah,
Gone.
She's gone. Ends up killing the so-called main villain in the series, which wasn't really him, but he did things other villains didn't do in Marvel, and that's why I say like he's the greatest villain I've ever seen. Because we seen Ultron. He killed continents and people, but he didn't kill anyone that was important to the
At
Avengers.
least our perception of it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's the only thing. What, you only kill Quicksilver? Like,
He killed Zuri. He killed. He took over like his entire kingdom.
Honestly, this
about pride?
this entire film gave me
Yeah.
Game of Thrones and Lion King feels.
Lion King feels were definitely there for obvious reasons. Game of Thrones for fighting over the throne is kind of obvious, but
it's the
if
same.
I was gonna link it to Game of Thrones, I would link it to him as like he was being the Marvel's Ramsay.
Exactly.
He was Marvel's Ramsay.
Yeah.
Like, oh, this is how y'all live happily. Well, there's people outside struggling, so I'm gonna destroy your happiness so you get a little taste of my world as I take away your world.
My thing,
Because that's where I see where like you calling the villain and him like he's used to breaking down stuff, but this government he's breaking down was a personal breakdown.
Right.
You know, hence how he walked into the throne. Hi, auntie.
Auntie.
Hi, auntie.
You sound like me.
That's what I'm saying. Like, because at the end of the day, he still saw them as family. He's Killmonger. He's known for just killing people with, you know, even when he saw his father in a vision, death is a part of life. So killing people doesn't affect him. It's not an emotional thing to kill someone because it's just a part of life. Hence, First Circle of Life, Lion King reference. But there are some people he showed mercy to because at the end of the day, he's still looking at his family.
Right.
You know, like when the tech girl, T'Challa's sister, is like
Shuri.
is like, he kept calling her princess, and even when she was fighting him, he went easy on. He could have easily dropped her.
Of course.
He kind of felt like he was holding back a bit.
He was pulling his punches, even when he was fighting his girlfriend with the chakrams.
Yeah.
He scratched her leg and threw her away.
Yeah. Which is the odd concept because she's actually a villain in the comics.
Oh wow!
His girl that he got with in the end, she's a villain. She drops from there and she becomes a villain in that.
Okay.
Oddly enough, we don't. Oddly enough, I hope we don't see that.
I mean, we could because that opens up Storm.
That would be good, but
I don't.
That opens up Storm.
I know, but that would be good. That perfect. That to me, I'm in for it. But this is like Disney and Marvel. No.
And I'm hoping for Storm.
That's what I'm saying.
Because they have it now.
Now they have it, but it's like, think about it. It's kind of too late to implement the mutants in now.
No, it ain't.
They just bought them.
There's never too late to introduce mutants.
I'm hoping because they did say in Infinity War it's like 60 heroes, so I would assume. I hope so.
I mean, maybe not Infinity War. Maybe that's a little too late.
I don't know.
To introduce a whole batch of.
I mean, they can throw in some key characters. They can easily,
Yeah.
obviously, Hugh Jackman can be just thrown in there.
But I don't think he's gonna do it.
Immediate
The ones who get, because I honestly think that door is gonna be open based on any X-Men they throw in a Deadpool movie.
Right.
Well, they threw Colossus, so like
That's
They might throw 'em in
they
there.
can put a few in there just for shits and giggles. Because like I mean,
Yeah, they bought them, so they're gonna use them.
I would hope so.
I wouldn't wait for 5 or 6 years to make it.
No.
Big.
Exactly.
They're not gonna wait that long.
Yeah.
just because they only gotta pluck like maybe 3 or few heads in there. I mean,
Exactly.
For what, 5 minutes probably?
I don't want to see Sansa as Jean Grey because I hate Jean Grey and I don't like Sansa. But
It's like a double, like
it's a double negative.
because
which
Dark Phoenix is coming
should
out
be a
in few
positive, but
years.
exactly the point I'm making. They can toss her in there and that might help the Dark Phoenix. I don't know. It's
I
just,
don't know.
the mutants can make their way in here. It's just like
Yo.
I know who they could throw in there, and it's like I'd rather
key
not.
point. They still have a speedster.
True, yeah, because that universe still has.
Yeah,
but I don't know how.
Quicksilver.
Well, true, because we're dealing with Cable.
Yeah.
For all we know, this could be alternate reality, and I mean, old man Logan does come from an alternative reality.
We'll see what
For all
happens.
We know.
And stuff like that.
Oh, quick
That's how they
question.
Yo.
How did you guys feel when T'Challa went to see his king or the former king, his father, the first time versus the second time? In the realm of the kings, like how did you feel like, when he let him have it?
I wanted to cry.
Comparing the two, or
Compare
just in general, the
how
second
do you
one?
feel about it? Like,
Because the first one really doesn't have feels. It was just
Yeah,
a
you're
typical
like,
like passing the mantle. Oh, this is daddy.
Right.
Yeah.
Final goodbyes. I'm ready to be a king now. Like that was more or less a cliche. It's like, okay, obviously he's gonna see his father. His father's gonna like give him that. I'm not ready to be without you. You can do it, my son. Like that was gonna like that's
Expected.
that's not what
Pretty
we're
standard.
talking about. But the second time where
Feels.
it was kind of shady how the father was a whole new person. Oh, you're finally able to join us, nigga. It's been a week. You ain't
only
question
been 2
that?
days.
You ain't question that? It's been a week.
It's only been 2 days.
Yeah, but it's not even a full week. Like, oh, you're ready to join the Kings. So I just got killed. You clearly noticed. You ain't saying shit about it.
you're
though.
looking from the clouds. You saw me get my shit
Like,
right.
yo, where's my Mufasa talk? Because I'm not here because of death. I'm here because of the purple plant. Like,
Yeah.
because remember, even though he was like at the edge of death, he was seeing that realm because of the purple plant, hence the color of the sky and all that. So I'm like, all the other great kings of the past are counting us from those stars. I thought they were balls of gas burning from millions of miles away. They all stepping up and standing there, and I'm like, so I'm pretty sure you've all done dirty deeds because it was foreshadowed the first time they talked, saying like, oh, you need close people with you who will help you because you're gonna struggle, you're gonna make mistakes, and you need close people who's gonna follow you. So that was foreshadowing the decision, and that's why he flipped out with like, oh, you abandoned him there, blah blah blah, which is true. You could have just took the kid with you.
Yeah, maybe you created the monster I have to deal with now.
Because like it was like, oh,
the anger.
Because like it was like you were trying to keep a secret. Okay, so let's talk about the secret you were trying to keep though. All right. Granted, Killmonger, he didn't expose anything that his father had in relation to Wakanda because he had the Book of the Nation and all that stuff. He never exposed that. But it's like, okay, this kid is literally your nephew outside. You mean to tell him okay, granted, he might grow up hating you and all that shit, but hey, you can take him back home, have him grow up tribal rights, and like, okay, you want revenge, grow up, train, and take the mantle of king then, if you want to right some wrongs. Warrior style, because I thought a lot of stuff about the orcish ways of in World of Warcraft, because like the tribal methods is all there. But no, you leave him there, dead body on the floor, claw marks in the chest, mind you, and just stuff, Wakandan crumbs in the closet. Like you just left it all there. So I'm like, you didn't do a good job of hiding a secret because this young boy grew up knowing exactly where to go and exactly how to find you. He just needed the resources.
His dad,
and he made himself capable of getting it.
Exactly.
He became a Black Ops.
That too, and his dad was telling him about it when he went to his so-called realm of the kings.
Especially because he's like, oh, sorry.
No, I'm saying, he was. It's kind of. I like how the fact that they kind of blocked him out of it. Technically, he was unworthy if you think about it. And when when Killmonger went to the realm of the kings, he was blacked out in his own little apartment.
He went right back to his apartment.
And then his dad was like, "It's a shame we can't even go out there ourselves."
Damn.
Yeah, and they're blocked out in their old apartment where his dad died.
Yeah.
He ended up finding out how he was a Wakandian through his father. His father is showing him the mark they have in their bottom lip, which oddly I enjoyed because like you would never know. You would never know who was a Wakandian. You could be a Wakandian. I wouldn't even know.
Nah, I'm pretty sure I don't got a glowing lip.
I don't know.
Glowing tattoo.
I don't know. Suspect.
I think I saw an article that said that Killmonger represents kind of the African American experience, whereas T'Challa represents an African experience, where there's like this disconnect where they've referenced it even in the intro, showing the transatlantic slave trade or whatnot. Yeah. And I thought they handled that very gracefully.
Yeah.
Like I was a little concerned. I'm like, oh no.
We went that.
I did not want to watch a slave movie. I did not want to see people getting beat. Like, but I thought they handled it very well, and the quotes that they used were very fitting, especially that final closeout to what Killmonger said, saying that I'd rather be buried in the ocean than live in bondage, which was just like.
That's what I'm saying. He went out like a legit hero. That's
he kicked me in the gut with that line.
For real, he said, spread my ashes in the oceans like my ancestors did, because they know true death.
He said, bury me in the ocean with my ancestors because they knew that death was better than bondage.
Yeah, that's close. So I think the way T'Challa has learned about himself and learned about the flaws of Wakanda is not something like, I'm glad they showed the flaws. They showed that they were not right for hiding away for so long while so many of their brothers and sisters out here suffering, and that hit me in my feelings. And I think T'Challa, like, he took it to heart. Like, who learns from their villain?
Exactly.
Who learned? He became a better king as a result of it.
He gave him a Luke Skywalker death.
Facts.
They were on a train. They were on the rails of the train. Like, just die here in the dirt and the darkness.
No, he picked
him up, walked him to the sunset because he told him his father said Wakanda sunsets are the most beautiful in the world. So he brought him to see the sunset.
Exactly.
Like that.
Like the amount of respect that these two gave each other in that final strike.
Yeah.
It was so intense.
Even after the stabbing he's like, good move. Like he took his L.
Good move, cousin.
I ain't even mad though.
Yeah, he took it. It's like
he took his L. Like he's, you know what? It's been a good fight.
Because that's why they were having this mutual agreement. He was like, because he wanted to heal. He's like, he thought about it. It's like, he's not that bad of a person. He's like, we could still heal you.
T'Challa is such a good person.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, he could have easily just pushed, Killmonger. He wouldn't let him in the kingdom. He didn't have to let him do all that.
Yeah.
Then he could have easily, this is an
Everybody was saying,
outsider, he's a
everyone
liar.
wants Liam, yeah.
He was like, he's not lying. He's telling the truth.
Yeah.
That was an honorable thing
And
to
it was
do.
also because he wanted to correct his father's mistakes.
Exactly. You know, remember Shuri said that nothing is perfect, everything can be improved upon.
Exactly.
It's these things they drop.
Everything was foreshadowed. I was
everything.
I was on my way. I was on my way there.
Everything in this.
I was setting it up. You just said, "Now I'm doing this."
Exactly.
Everything is leading up to something else.
Exactly.
You remember when she just talks about the trains and stuff like that, and that ended up being a super important part.
Important. It's like, that's how I shut those down. It shuts down on vibranium.
Agent Ross was like a fish out of water. He didn't know what to do. He's like, my spine is fixed. What is going on?
Exactly.
I should be dead.
He's like, I should be
We
paralyzed
created this.
right now.
Just accept it.
Speaking of Ross, right?
Oh God.
I mean, I love his character. Like, he came left field to be so enjoyable.
Who
I
can
thought he was gonna be whack, but I'm glad he was good.
I'm glad he was good, especially when he went to the mountains and they started barking at him. You do not speak here. If you talk again, I'm gonna feed you to my children.
He was just like,
I was like, oh, these guys are orcish, and he starts laughing. We're vegetarian.
screaming.
I was dying like, yo, he played them out. Like, they made the mountain tribe so likable.
Yeah,
so
and they're supposed
likable.
to be the outlier.
Exactly.
And they're supposed to be villains too.
And I was a little concerned, like, okay, Jabari and tribe, mountain people, the furs and stuff and everything, they come down to help
They
him.
look just like Frost Wolves. Oh, you got to watch the World of Warcraft movie.
And now I feel like I
They
need
look
to.
just like the Frost Wolves.
So they come down to finally help them, and I think I know why. Because I remember something said that, like, there's no Wakanda king has come up here in centuries.
Right.
You've come up here humbled, needing our help. And I'm shady. I mean, I'm gonna throw jokes at you.
Salty, but
Are you done? Can we wrap this up?
Exactly.
But he respected him because they fought honorably. He came up there with respect and didn't push him further. Didn't threaten him and say, "Oh, you gotta help me because da 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 da." He's like, okay, go back down the mountain, handle it myself. I was like, Jabari's like, that's my guy. I respect it.
The one thing I can admit I actually like for that tribe too, they're supposed to be villains as well in the comics. The mountain tribes. He is supposed to eat rare silverback gorilla's meat to get his own superpower and super strength. But the also thing I enjoy the fact they didn't use the comics name for him, which was Manape.
Yeah.
Manape, which I'm glad they avoided that. But they did stick to it because he has the fur and all that, and he has the ape mask, which was dope. I love every bit.
See, this is when things come to editing for. This comes like, okay, what's gonna translate?
Exactly. Yeah. I love a lot of these things in this movie. Like, I've sat here and watched a bunch of the Marvel movies, but this one hits me harder than all of them put together.
Everybody's lit.
Everybody's good. Like,
every character, I'm feeling.
You were there with me in the movie. I was geeking out for the fact that she was meditating, piloting a freaking
that
aircraft.
blew my mind.
That was
First
popular.
of all, can we talk about Michonne? Can we gush about Michonne?
Oh,
Can we gush?
Go.
Can we gush?
I'll
Can we gush a little bit? Like,
let's go.
so much better with a spear than a sword.
Exactly.
Point blank. Her, when she threw off her wig, she was sticking at. I don't need this.
I can't.
It's in the way. Like,
I can't.
It's disgraceful. Like,
Exactly.
first of all, she was throwing hella shade at real life women who wear fake hair. She was
that
whole Korean sequence was her throwing hella shade.
Yo, she really was.
Hella shade because her head is shaved in real life.
It is.
Through.
Oh.
What do you guys feel about the film's overall humor?
Oh, it was funny when it needed to be.
Yeah, exactly. They did with Ragnarok.
They
failed.
timed it correctly.
Ragnarok was like humor, and then this is like
You have Thor
Here's
meets Guardian of the Galaxy.
here's a joke to kind of cut some of the tension, but the tension's still on.
Yeah.
Like the tension was throughout the entire movie. Like the beginning was fun until they stopped doing fun pretty much when
Hall got serious, I guess.
pretty much after the agent got shot, because then it got real, because that's when the Rhino tribe dude was like he was
Claw got taken away.
Yeah, Claw
Killmonger went away. He had to go back to Wakanda. Mission not accomplished.
That's when the jokes were done. They threw some here, but it was movie time now. After that,
I think my favorite line. What are those?
Yo, for real.
Meme queen. I didn't know.
Yo.
Did she look at memes like she's in the lab?
seriously,
She is like.
because first of all, she thought she was trying to be. She was cute as hell, especially when she gave him his slippers.
Yeah.
And then she's like, and they like formed like the actual like Jordans or whatever on his feet. She's like, they call them sneakers. Get it? Because you could sneak around. He's like, and he just looked at her like, shut up. He gave her, like,
Delete the footage.
delete that footage. Or when he kicked his suit and knocked him back.
Yeah.
She made sure it was recorded. She's so shady for that.
Yeah.
She knew what was gonna happen.
She was like, it's only for
And
research.
she played him out because it's like recorded purposes. So he kicks it across him. He's like, I didn't mean you kick. Like, she knows what it's gonna do. That's why like it was like
she's the scientist. She knows exactly what's gonna happen.
Him
to you.
kicking it that hard, he's gonna pay for it. But she still had to scold him anyway.
Oh, she just kept clowning him. It was so good.
She's literally the second favorite character of mine.
I love. You know, I can find something to love about everybody.
My first
That's
is
what
Michonne.
it is.
I was gonna say that. I was gonna say that.
Sorry.
She's so badass.
I think the one part where she was standing on the balcony and when she was in Korea and then jumped downward with the I was shook.
Sexy scene.
Oh my
that
god.
was
I was like this.
The delicious scene. The delicious scenes to me. It's two of them because they're part of the same sequence. It's a chase scene.
Oh.
So the first part is when she's on top of the car and she throws a spear in front of theirs to shut them down.
Exactly.
That was delicious.
Yes.
And then later when he turns their car into Lego pieces and then she does that Sonic skateboard down the hill, escape from the city.
with right?
Facts. I was so because you're like, oh snap, they're gonna crash.
And
it's
we know
gonna be
his
bad.
his weapons like really massive.
Yeah.
Destructive.
And she comes straight down.
She did that escape from the city. I was like, yo, she's untouchable.
Yo, for
I thought I was
real.
like, she's untouchable.
Yo,
Illegal.
like,
She's illegal.
She's illegal. Yeah, banned.
Banned.
She's banned from Evo.
Banned.
They're close.
Now that move or you will be moved. Scarlet Witch, you better move.
Oh, she's
Yo.
done.
I mean, not Scarlet Witch. I keep calling Scarlett Johansson's real name.
Widow.
Black Widow.
Black Widow.
It's a wrap.
You gonna die.
She needs to
you gonna
move.
die. You gonna
'Cause
die.
I think about that scene. Oh no, man, Widow can hold her own.
Nah.
This woman, she took her own against mobile automobiles, bro. Like,
She fought a car and won. Like, how do you do this?
you fought.
How did-
Hold up. You fought a car and stood in front of a massive rhino.
The rhino got me.
Even the rhino was like, "Nah, that's mama."
It was like, wait, Licks.
That's mama.
That's mom.
I
I'm
know.
gonna stand right
I know
here.
who this is.
Because she don't take.
This is my mother. She
That
gonna
was a
take-
good scene.
I mean, I'm sorry, but first of all, that rhino was running full speed, all that weight, all that power, all that inertia, and it stopped on a dot like
Dead.
the Men in Black car.
Exactly. It's a e-brake mother.
I'm trying to think the scene that really got me was the guys with the shawls. And those were
They're
actually
shields.
You're stupid.
How you have?
You know I'm stealing that concept, right?
Oh.
Like
How
I was
do you-
looking at this tribal shit. It's like I already do this with my artwork. I
Seriously.
just got more tribal ideas because of
You're
that
like,
shield
this is
thing.
You
lit.
thought-
This
This
is
is
good.
lit, yeah.
This is good.
You thought their capes and scarves.
I thought it was
for
look.
show.
I knew everything was bulletproof, so I'm like, okay, obviously it's a defensive thing, but when they actually hologram
And
the
it's
shield,
stupid
and all
high,
that-
by the way. It's like 8 feet tall.
Speaking of Game of Thrones, I forget what that battle strategy is called because it has a name where they all circle you with shields
Shield
and
tower.
spears. Yeah,
Oh,
shield
that's
tower,
like
yeah.
some 300 type, like
Yeah, legit.
King Leonidas type
Legit, no,
formation.
that's exactly
shield
it's a
wall.
shield
That's
wall
the shield wall.
I was the beauty about Black Panther is that it surprises you.
Yeah.
It'll
It
send you
does
one
what a movie's
direction,
supposed to do, yes.
and it'll tell you like, oh my god, you're in awe. It was awe inspiring.
My bad to go and turn back to Michonne. Let's talk about how she carried that spear inside. She had it in like her little bracelet and popped right
Oh
out.
yeah, it was like yeah.
She was
legit.
so smooth with that.
That
I
Tony
almost didn't
Stark
catch it.
type.
Yo.
Guns
My
so
God.
primitive.
And I understand some people's complaint about like this being an origin story. There's not that much action. My man, have you seen Civil War? He put Bucky on his seatbelt.
You know,
Yeah,
he put
legit.
Bucky on his ass.
People complain about origin stories all
It was
the
like,
time. Shut
I
up.
don't.
I mean,
I
y'all
don't
all
care.
dick ride
So-
Iron Man. Y'all all dick Captain America. Y'all all
I'm
dick.
gonna say this much
But
right
Black
now.
Panther is
To
boring?
be honest, in my opinion, Killmonger broke the villain curse. To me, he broke the villain curse.
Oh yeah,
'Cause
'cause all the villains
he,
in Marvel are kind of
he
Dry.
killed people where other Marvel villains try to like, oh yeah, I got your girlfriend right here.
No.
If you do something, I kill her. Somehow, some way, they save their people.
He
Not
killed
Black
himself.
Panther.
All right.
Not Black Panther. Oh, the dude who treated him just like his father died in the spot. Oh, you're the reason why you killed my father. I'm taking both.
no
of you.
leverage. No leverage. He doesn't care.
Also, if you didn't know, Easter egg, the part where Killmonger throws Black Panther off the waterfall, that's part of the comic. That's ripped straight out of a comic.
Really?
Yep.
That's
It's
some
called,
savage.
It's called it's a comic. It's the I think it's the 5th issue or whatever.
Yeah.
When Killmonger first shows up, and it's called Revenge of the Jaguar, because
Ooh.
that's where he's from. So it's literally him picking it up, throwing it up.
Hence why his suit has a jaguar spots on
His
it.
suit was
The
sexy.
golden suit. Ooh.
By the way,
Once I love purple, that
It's-
golden suit was delicioso.
the Golden Jaguar
Mm-hmm.
that was modified for him. Because when Black Panther and the original concept, that golden necklace is part of Chitala's original suit.
Mm-hmm.
It's never shown as Jaguar. It's actually just shown.
But they
as a
gave
black-
it to Killmonger
They gave
in
it
the movie,
Killmonger,
which
so
was a
it
good
formed
look.
Out
It was a
to
good
where he was
look.
from.
Yeah.
It was a popping look.
It's a
His little dreads were braided down.
He says that he's like, oh wait, his entire look
Shit
was
shifted.
delicioso.
The little
Everything
the tribal
about him.
markings and stuff.
He
I don't-
I
everything
love
about
that.
his design, even when he was pretending to be like a college nerd at the museum. He had
Exactly.
his tied up, top knot like Cindy Lou Who. He had his glasses on. I'm like,
for real.
Mad cute, bro.
There's something about him. He just styles.
Yo,
he just styles.
He look like
that's how he is in real life. Like Michael B. Jordan is super stylish in real life. Like, and he wears like the most outrageous, like random stuff, like mad random. He makes it look good.
Yo, how you look? How you look?
About to follow him.
Bro, how you look like your typical 2018 rapper, but you knowledge.
Legit.
Yeah, like he's like.
How you got?
I don't know. He was wearing like this red and blue patterned shirt, and if it was on anybody else, it would look stupid. But he made it work. Oh, what do you guys feel of the study, photography, and expansive cinematography? It was. I felt like I was in Wakanda. Like,
yo,
there were some. Yeah,
there were moments
very immersive.
There were moments where I was like, oh, maybe the background could be better.
Yeah,
you know
CGI was screaming in her face. Not as Justice League, but like it was. The CGI was so real in some scenes, but
it was solid. Like the story served. The CGI was not distracting, even if it was a little sloppy or at certain points.
Like the waterfall scene when they're getting ready for the king.
I feel you.
That was little. That felt Justice League-y, but.
The
whole movie wasn't Justice League. And that's what mattered.
There were certain things I can excuse, but like you remember Wonder Woman had that issue towards the end where it was obvious.
Yes, where you're taken out of the movie because of it.
You're kind of like
I was never taken out of Black Panther. In the beginning, you're getting into the movie, so you see little weird things like okay. It's the beginning of the movie. It ain't got to be that polished. It's supposed to hook you in. We were hooked when we saw him in Civil War. We didn't need any pretty polished introductions.
I was over my edge on my seat the entire time. By the way, the soundtrack.
I love that they used the Korean hip hop too.
Oh yeah, they did. That was cute. I caught that. That was mad cute.
Devilman Crybaby. Devilman Crybaby. Devilman Crybaby. No, baby.
What do you mean?
Devilman Crybaby. They had like Korean raps, and everybody. It brought me back to that.
Oh, okay.
That's what reminded you of.
Yeah,
okay.
That brought me back to that. I was like, yo, bars.
It was pretty tight. Like the music, that little tink sound.
First of all, speaking of music, why did Claw have a mixtape coming out?
Why was he going to really give a SoundCloud leak? He really he took the joke that far.
He got that heat.
Yeah,
I want to hear it.
I'm waiting for it.
Like,
Give me that
I want to hear 12 bars.
I want to hear his accent over those bars. Like, first of all, he was a borderline joker. This guy just had fun with everything he did. He was a great Killmonger stole the show. Don't get me wrong, but if he had more screen time, I think he would have stole a lot of that movie too.
Yeah,
he was
Claw was doing the
such a
most.
great character.
I wasn't expecting him to die very quickly, which is dope.
And he had to.
He had
to die because he would have stole the show from Killmonger.
Yeah,
because he's so over the top and wild.
Another thing is like it's
SoundCloud
crazy
rapper.
that Killmonger got Chitala's best friend to betray him.
Word.
That was too quick.
Yeah. Her husband. Michonne's husband. Like,
well,
that's a
first off, replacement because I think my man from the mountains bagging her because like,
maybe. I mean, he probably bagged everybody.
Yeah.
I mean,
I've seen some of his memes.
Exactly.
They're like he's sitting there in the chair while you rubbing your belly while you on your fifth child. I'm like, what the hell am I reading? Like,
they just get a whole fantasy about this guy. Man. The guy's he's like 6'5".
I think she dumped him.
The Black Mountain.
It's crazy. Like I love Michonne's character because the fact is like he go ahead. Oh my love, are you really gonna kill me?
Yeah.
For Wakanda.
Ooh, I was like, you better sit down.
Not thinking twice.
I kill you twice.
Not even thinking twice.
It shows like,
and he knew that she's a better warrior than him.
That's why he took the knee. Bend the knee.
Exactly. Drop that weapon, my boy. You getting grasped in front. You getting grasped in front of all your man.
Like seriously, the House of Rhinos better bend the knee and
they
serve the
bend
House
the
of.
knee.
They sure enough bend the knee.
House of the Dora Milaje.
They definitely bend the knee when freaking Chitala got him like a football player. Them rhinos.
He was really out there just taking him down.
You want to
this guy's broken.
You want to talk about Cap being a super soldier for America? Chitala's super soldier for freaking Wakanda. Like he over here taking down rhinos, group of men.
That was a really good surprise. Like, okay, this is gonna be a regular fight scene. Okay, whatever.
Yo.
And then the rhinos come in.
First of all, the shields were such a surprise. They had tricks up them sleeves.
They just kept pulling them out.
First of all, when he looked at him, he's like, "Kill that man," and he looked at him like, "Oh, he's not gonna do it." He didn't avenge your father, your parents, but like he's still a good king. You like this guy. You guys are friends.
Nope.
He yelled at his tribe's name.
Release the rhinos.
I'm like, oh shit. All right,
it's
so they're
real.
fighting, right? But he's holding him off because he's got that kinetic blast wave.
Yeah.
Which is dope, by the way.
I love that.
Such a good
arcane
idea.
explosion, Warcraft reference again. So hit him with the arcane explosion. He see him pull out the horn. He's like, please don't. He's like, don't do that. blow that horn. I'm like, what's the horn gonna do?
Yeah.
The rhinos came out the planes they shot down. Excuse
Exactly.
me? You mean you guys are shipping battle-ready rhinos around the world? Is that what was going on?
They had their own armor.
They got their own armor.
I'm like, first of all, I was watching a show on Netflix called Trafficking, and I watched a whole half hour on how rhino poaching is done, and like it's pretty fucked up.
It's pretty brutal.
So I'm seeing these rhinos. I'm like, let's see them try and hunt these down.
They're gonna hunt you down. They're coming after.
you
They're gonna
down.
catch the arrow and throw it back.
sharks?
And then after they're done with all the poachers in Africa, they're gonna go to China and Vietnam, where the rhino horns are being sold to, and pummel them too.
Right.
Like you seen street sharks back then, right? They're
Yeah,
gonna
Jay.
come out like standing on their back legs and like, yo, so you I heard you were talking
Chest
crap,
out,
bro.
oiled up chest.
Like,
Oil up chest rhinos.
They were serious,
The
dude.
Sinister Six in the making right
Yo.
there.
I'm trying to think. What was another scene that took me out? Oh my god, there's just so many.
It's so
I love when
many,
Shuri was
like-
driving the car, like remote style.
She's so cute.
yo.
First of all, can we discuss her weapons? Her
The
cat
mega
paws?
bastard.
Mega Man.
The mega
Yeah,
busters.
yeah, lemons.
The mega busters, man. Come on.
Mega Man.
The
Jumping and shoot.
And
Or,
jump
no,
and
in
shoot.
this
Hold on,
case,
hold
the
on.
Panther buster,
Here's one thing,
like-
a detail I love that they paid because, like, all right, we know the suits absorb kinetic energy and
Yeah.
the vibranium absorbs and can
Right.
send it back. But it can be overloaded, which we've seen time and time again. So when she focused it on Killmonger and you saw his suit deteriorate, I'm like, that's exactly what's supposed to happen because she was overloading it with energy. I'm like, but she made the suit, so she should know this.
She knows this.
I feel
The fact that she overdid by getting closer. It
Yo.
was like, you had him locked down.
I keep forgetting
Word.
she's a teenager.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she's this broken.
That's why the Mountain Tribe are mad. We watch all the time that the head of your technology is being led by a little girl. I'm like, y'all some salty dudes, huh?
Y'all big mad.
Y'all bro.
Big mad. Oh, Agent
They're
Ross.
so
he was so scared.
rude.
Yo,
I love them.
I love the fact. I
disrespect.
love the fact that Agent Ross was a secondary character. Like he,
But he
didn't-
wasn't annoying.
He did a Coulson. He was a new Coulson.
Exactly, he wasn't annoying.
Right, he
And
was a Coulson.
And you know, he didn't like. He was worried about how to pilot the things and stuff like that.
I made it American
I'm
style.
glad. Exactly. I'm glad he didn't just like. Oh well, I know how to drive an American style thing, so now I know.
Yeah, at least it was something he knew how to do. It's not like,
Like,
wait, what movie pissed me off when they did that? They
What
got
was
into
it?
something. It was like alien technology or something. They just got in and started piloting. I'm like,
That's a
no.
lot of movies, actually.
A lot of movies.
That's a lot of movies that throw people.
Independence Day did that. Let's start off with there. But like
They
I was
learned
trying
how to.
But yeah, that I love that they
Yeah.
point out that like, okay, cultures are different. Hence when she got in a car. Wait, what side of the road am I driving on? He's like, who cares? Just drive.
She's like,
Yo.
wait a minute, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm in
do you
Korea right
remember
now.
the one thing? Remember when they brought Agent Ross? Oh,
Okay,
great!
another white
Another
boy to
broken
fix,
white
yeah.
boy we can fix.
I wonder what that's referring to though. Who did
Bucky.
Bucky.
That's right.
Remember, they had to.
They
to
took,
fix his
she-
goofy
she-
ass. too.
She's
They fix him up,
she's
yeah.
trying to fix the brainwashing violent tendency he has from
Yeah,
trying to take it away.
they're healing him now because you see the after credits. You
Yeah.
know, his hair's in a bun now.
Yeah.
Oh,
He's
well,
wearing
no,
a
I
little-
didn't get the good ending credits. I got
Oh,
What did you get?
the shit that I get. I got something that was like irrelevant as hell. What
What was
the hell did I get?
that?
No.
There's different ending types.
Well, they always put
There's
three.
two.
There's
There's
two.
only two or three. So
Yeah.
I forgot which one 9 said because I didn't see Bucky. What did I see?
Oh, that was worth the wait.
What did I see? I really can't
Was they
remember
all
what
in
it
the
was.
UN, and then like he's explaining like, hey, you know,
I was waiting
I'm
for him
gonna
to
reveal.
transform.
Isn't that the actual ending?
Yeah, that's the actual.
Yeah, that's the actual ending,
After
right?
the first credits. That's the
Oh,
ending
what
of
is
that. The second.
All I care about.
The second after ending credit, it's the one when Bucky, you find the screen is face to the little Wakandan children looking at something, and they run out.
They call him White
and,
Wolf.
and White Wolf, reference to comics, by the way, because that's Chitala's stepson.
They don't adopt him.
So they're gonna adopt Bucky,
Reverse.
and he's gonna probably become a war dog, and I am here for it.
Bucky needs a purpose, so I'm glad
is
he
kind of
needs.
a stale character.
Yeah.
He needs to be somewhere that can cultivate him.
I'm
All
here
he's been
for
doing
it.
is being a puppet, and being moved around and kill this person. You know, T'Challa has a
about
lot
it.
of like compassion in his soul.
Yeah.
To have the guy who killed your
Your
father,
daddy.
even if he was brainwashed, whatever, that's more than Iron Man had. He's the one who ripped his arm out. The first part.
Seriously.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? So that scene, so it's kind of like,
He
you
made
know,
him feel like
Shuri
Buzz
is the
Lightyear.
one working on him. So he's all in his little hut and he's healing and stuff. I'm telling you, they're gonna put some shea butter on his beard. He's gonna have jojoba oil. He's gonna be moisturized.
He gonna be
I'm
like-
telling
he
you,
gonna
he's
be
gonna
like-
have markings. Yo, he's gonna be a brand new Bucky. They're gonna change his name to Bujako or
You
something
ready?
like that. They'll
You
change his
ready?
name. That's
You
it.
ready?
Brainwash him.
He's gonna become African.
You ready? Bucky and Seatbelt. This is a JoJo reference. He about to become a Pillar Man.
Yo.
Ay, ay, ay. He gonna come out wearing a thong and flowing hair.
Oh my god! Why did I just imagine this?
Because
I can get
that's
out of my
all
brain.
JoJo's was in season 2. Big,
literally-
strong men in thongs
But
flexing.
just
Oiled up.
They need to get Terry
Exactly.
Crews in this lineup now.
Could you imagine Terry Crews is in Black Panther?
I
don't
would
think
have
I could
loved
take
him.
I don't think I could
He
take
would
it.
have had to have been
Could-
one
could-
of the
Mountain Man?
He had to be.
Yo.
He's too big.
He's big enough.
He's too big. To
No,
be
he's not
Wakanda.
too big. He's big enough.
Yeah.
He's just the right big.
Dang,
I think he would have
man.
been dope. Oh man,
He would have been because
so
he's already
dope.
ridiculous.
He'd have been so funny.
Especially because Jabari was like, he was actually funny.
Yo.
Yeah, he was
Considering he's supposed to be scary and intimidating, he was funny.
How you Aki and funny?
Yo, that's
Really?
Terry. That's Terry Crews in a
Terry Crews,
nutshell. His
exactly.
entire career has been built on being big
Yo.
and funny.
But knowing Terry Crews, he would. I mean, it's a Marvel movie, so it would have fit.
He
That's why
would've
it would have
fit.
worked better too, because they're gonna be linking the Guardians of the Galaxy soon. I would
Yeah.
love Terry Crews involved in this as like one of the Mountain Men who somehow joins the Guardians, and then he has a dance off with Star Lord, and he beats Star Lord.
Yo. Do.
He's gonna be. You
It's
know,
a
this guy
weapon.
dances way too damn much. He danced too much in Friday. He danced too much in
Flexing,
White
too.
Girls,
He's
and he danced too much in Malibu's Most Wanted.
Seriously.
Every time he's on screen, he's gonna dance.
Yo.
It's like not even a script. We're just gonna dance. We're gonna write it. We're gonna write it in for Terry Crews. We're writing
real.
this dance
He's
scene.
gonna
Bro,
dance,
for-
or he'll improv it.
Let
He's
it be.
a real
Let it be
actor.
like a. Let it be like an Easter egg. Like let him just jump in.
So
like,
that
I
was
don't
pretty
know.
much Bucky's intro.
Yeah.
They haven't built him an arm yet, but we know it shows up in Infinity Wars.
Yes.
So
We
I don't
all
know what
know-
his place is gonna be in Wakanda. Are they gonna patch him up and send him on his way
To be
to
honest,
Cap?
to be honest, he was,
Bye.
I'm not gonna lie. If you really rewatch the Infinity War trailer again, he stands by Wakandan warriors. So I just and like
Yeah,
I
I
said,
think he's gonna stand with
I think he's gonna end up becoming
It's the
gonna be
perfect
Wakanda.
place for them to hide off because they're like
Hidden.
Yeah.
they're like criminals of the world now. So
I think
Yeah, he
he's gonna
can't go
become.
anywhere.
That's what they have
He's
to
gonna
say.
become Wakanda's first albino son.
He's gonna be one of. He's
Yeah.
gonna be. So he has to.
he's gonna be the
find-
first refugee they take in.
Yeah, exactly.
and let it be white. Oh
Yeah.
my god! Just the reverse type
yo.
roles, right?
He's an American Brooklyn Dodger, if you will, who was brainwashed by Germans, now living in Africa, being rewashed
Yeah.
under African culture.
Telling you,
Nickname?
he's gonna be tan now.
Nickname Chicago.
This guy's he's the Marvel Avatar at this point.
Yeah.
He's been. Oh my
His,
gosh.
can you imagine his nickname? Chicago.
Anyways, but oh my gosh, there's one thing I want to point out. It's not coming to me. I don't know why. It was a moment that got me. There's another credit, and I don't know why I'm not remembering it that well.
Which one?
You know what? The ending, where T'Challa brings in his space Bugatti.
Oh, for the little kids outside.
Yo.
The
playing
little
ball.
kids. That was like the sweetest moment. And he's gonna build outreach programs. Yo, that hit me in my soul, bro. Because he learned from his own villain.
Legit.
Yo,
He
for
learned from the
real.
mistakes
That's
of
what
his
makes
father.
Killmonger so good because like this is a villain who is literally remembered by the characters, not by the fans.
Seriously.
Legitimately remembered by. You watch Dark Knight, as legendary as Joker was. We went to Bane like Joker never happened.
Yo.
Right. Yeah,
Who that?
true. It's just that there was nothing to learn from Joker because he was so erratic and inconsistent, and he would just do things to just F with people. And he would do it to protest people's limits.
He had a
Exactly.
motive. It was a strange way to do it, but he was proving that everyone can be evil.
True.
That's what
Right.
he was going for.
True.
Hence the whole like 2 ships with the bomb controls.
True. And then then none of them did it.
Here we
Yeah.
go.
It's like,
I can make this pencil disappear.
oh my gosh. Oh, what was the white bad guy's name? He was a good bad guy.
The
It
Claw,
was
something
Claw.
Claw.
Yes,
Yeah.
we mentioned him earlier on, and I thought he was almost a caricature. Like,
He was actually.
He was a Looney Tune.
he was a Looney Tune. Oh my god, that's a good word.
like he would have been great if they put him in Guardians of the Galaxy. He's
Yo.
chaotic for that goofy team. That's where he would have belonged as a villain.
Could you imagine?
He would've been
Could you
fire.
imagine Star-Lord picks up his SoundCloud?
Not Ego.
You feel me?
Could you imagine?
Ego all
Takes
right.
off his headset. Takes off his
Ego
little...
was fine for 2 because 2 was
Emotional.
about the feels.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was. He should have been
He
first.
would have been well, Ronan's not supposed to be that funny either, but like
Yo.
I just feel Ronan was the opposite of everything Guardians
So
represented. He was dry. That was such a terrible villain.
Yeah.
He was the worst villain. Like Nebula was 10 times better than Ronan
Yeah,
was.
she's
Yo,
more
for
memorable.
real.
Like her motive is understandable.
Everything about Nebula is better. Both movie 1 and 2 Nebula was so much better than Ronan. So yeah,
Yeah.
Claw he
He
it
was
sucks. He
dope.
died so early because he was great.
He had to
Yeah.
go.
He had to go. He had to.
His
Pop.
his arm.
He
go.
was goofy. I love everything.
Yo,
Even when he got
bro.
captured.
That hand cannon he had.
You remember in the museum? He goes, "You can go."
No,
can
but
go.
you come here. Come
You
here.
can
You can go.
You can go now.
Yeah, you're fine.
You're fine. Just don't tell anybody about this.
Yeah. Then he shoots him in the back. He's like, why did you just kill him over here? Oh, you got to make the crime scene look spread out. Like, you genius.
His arm to me was dope because it was a detector for vibranium.
Vibranium, yeah.
That hand cannon that just splits open, and it's just like I thought his arm was like here at least. No, he
it's
got
all the way up
nothing.
here.
He got a stub.
Can we
Oh
also
my
talk
God.
about like Chitala? Like he was dangerously close looking exactly to his younger version father.
I feel like they picked a really good actor.
Word,
Yeah, he's like, and Claw said it. He's like, you know what's funny? You look exactly like your old man. I
He's
hope
not
you
wrong.
die the same way.
He's being salty. Oh my gosh, I do love me some Claw. You know, like I said, he
Looney
had to
Tunes.
go.
I mean, can we just say that they
Oh.
picked a great actor to play, what the hell? Oh, what is his full name?
Who you talking about? Chitala's father? Or?
Oh my God. Forrest Whitaker.
Oh,
They played a
Oziri.
great-
Yeah, he was great.
His young version looks exactly like him. I'm
That
like,
really
oh,
like his kid or something.
shit,
Like,
that looks just like I had to double take because when they actually do the
especially like the way
flashback
the
to present,
face.
they did the flashback to
Like
the
the
present. They
cheeks.
both because like, they say, "Oh, Wakanda, we can fix anything, even Forrest Whitaker's lazy
Yeah,
eye."
I was
like,
like,
I'm like, yo, not only did they fix his eye, they found somebody with lazy eyes just like him. To look like his younger version.
yo.
I'm like,
Amazing.
what is this movie? That's how I got
Seriously.
immersed. That's how I got immersed.
Yeah, I thought like after I left, I think when people want to like rate this film and compare it to Marvel or whatnot, but when the Marvel Cinematic Universe is wrapped up, I think people still be talking about Black Panther.
Yeah,
I'm still
people
gonna be
still
talking
talk
about
about First Cap.
Yeah.
People still talk about
Just-
First Iron.
There's gonna be those movies that are gonna stand the test
Stand
of
the test of time.
times. Others are gonna get muddled around and they might
They're gonna be
fade.
forgotten.
But the ones who stood out, they took chances. You know what I mean? That did great world building. That transcended the genre, like Logan or something like that, are gonna get
Exactly.
remembered.
Yeah, Logan's gonna stay.
That's gonna be a
Logan.
film that's gonna stand the test of time.
Telling you, exactly.
Now, people saying, "Oh, well, Black Panther is not gonna be my top 5." Blah blah.
he.
Those are just salty people.
Can,
Salt.
can, can I
That's just
say
salt,
this
yeah.
much? Like the top 5 Marvel movies for me are literally Winter Soldier. Now that can get moved to second because Black Panther went up to 1. Black Panther, Winter Soldier, of course Iron Man, Vanilla, and then Civil War because Wakanda.
Ooh.
And then on top of that, the 4th one I have to say is honestly enough, I'd say Homecoming. But just that's about it. That's where he's got. At least it's 5.
Homecoming. I'm surprised that's even on the list.
I'm not gonna lie, I did enjoy it because
The
it was
shade.
As much as I like Vulture,
it wasn't because the whole Tony Stark thing. It's literally about the Spider-Man kid. It's a whole scenes involving Spider-Man and Vulture, which Vulture is one of the lamest characters. But
Yeah, legit, but like
But
I mean,
they
they
made
did
a
him.
pretty
Do
Did him
you
justice.
guys
They did
know
him
where they shot this film? You referring to Black Panther? Actually, it's a combination of it starts with a T. Tanzania,
No.
and Morocco. So they
Morocco.
were on site in Africa.
yeah, and then they also filmed it at the
I know they were in the
producer-
UK, I'm
the
sure.
director's hometown.
And they were also in South Korea.
yeah, and
They actually filmed on
yeah,
site.
and
Yeah.
the spot that Killmonger's dad died at, I forget. I think it was California.
It was
or whatever.
I don't know
Yeah.
whether it was California or not. But
Yeah, that's the director's hometown too.
Oh, okay, definitely. He definitely filmed his hometown.
So it's like they didn't know rather if it was the actually paying homage to the comics or just related to the directing, which is
it's
I'm fine
probably the
with whatever.
director, I think. It's probably more to him.
But I really did in general I love everything about this movie. There's no negative with me with this movie. I'm gonna go.
I gotta watch
5
it
more
again.
times.
I gotta watch it
so
again
maybe I'll get
before,
nitpicky
yeah.
next time.
Because
Maybe
right now we were just in our like gushing.
Yeah, I
Just
want to.
gushing watching it.
Wait,
from
we're in-
first
But that's what a
person.
movie's supposed to do. That's its purpose.
That's
you know
my
what I mean?
thing, man.
A movie's supposed to you're supposed to lose yourself in the film and
Yeah.
enjoy. It's supposed to be a good time.
Now you got me thinking about my top 5 though.
I'm telling
It's a
you.
toughie.
All right, wait. Can I change that Homecoming part? I gotta say Incredible Hulk with Edward Norton.
Oh, you going way back?
Ooh,
You
all
stepping
right.
back? All
Incredible
right.
Hulk, because screw that other first. that 2001.
Trying to
Screw it.
think.
Let me see what else.
I'm the hardest thing to think of what my number 1 is. Only because I haven't seen Black Panther enough to say it is.
Black Panther.
And I had to make sure not to include Sony films that were Sony at the time because I really, really love Incredible Spider-Man. Like we make fun of Andrew Garfield all the time, but I
But
did
he
like
was a great Spider-Man.
he was a great Spider-Man. Peter Parker not so hot, but a great
Spider-Man.
Spider-Man. So excluding that, favorite Marvel number 1. That is a tough one for me.
Thor.
Trying to think. See, the Thor movies are, despite that Thor's my favorite character, the Thor movies are terrible movies.
Yeah.
They're bad, every single one.
Yeah.
Like, and here's the worst one. Ragnarok is the best of the 3, and
you still don't love it.
It's because it's like they went the wrong route.
Did you really like Ragnarok?
It's the best one of the 3.
It's a good time.
Because the 9 Realms was a great movie with the Dark Elves and all that, but I don't like Jane Foster's character.
You're right.
She ruins the movie for me. She's so... They focus her and they kill Frigga. Frigga's supposed to outlive Odin.
Oh, wasn't that supposed to be like Thor's love interest?
Who? No, Frigga's his mother.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the other girl. Who's
Sif
the warrior?
is non-existent after the second movie.
Oh,
yeah, because
right.
the third movie they didn't even mention her because that actress's contract with Marvel expired.
Damn, that sucks.
Yeah, so they cut him out and
they could at least renew
it. They killed the
stupid.
3 best friends like it was nothing.
Yeah, they killed the
I do remember you guys talking about in our previous review of characters that took L's for no reason.
But I thought she was still doing the TV show. I thought she was still with Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Yeah, she's on the episodes. So you sure her contract expired?
Her contract ended with them. That's why they didn't even mention her.
That's so retarded.
Yeah. Marvel kind of shady. Just saying.
I don't see why they can't keep other background colors. They fucking keep
go ahead.
Pepper Potts.
And her dry self.
Well, she was supposedly... Everybody was thinking she was going to be Miss Marvel, which I was hoping.
I'm glad she's not.
She's not.
No, she wasn't that popping enough.
But, man, I'm like...
Top.
I think the only thing I can say negative about it really is just the Realm of the Kings. That's it. Just for, like, kind of like a lot of... You can tell the green screen.
Well, graphic-wise, I mean, but it's supposed to. It's supposed to be a fancy.
But that's about it.
See what I mean? Like,
that's what I'm saying.
That's supposed to look like that.
But that's what I'm saying. That's it.
Unbelievable.
That's the only thing. That's the only thing.
Like, if I was to nitpick at it,
I was.
Excuse me. It is they do the background story, and then when you see the world they're living in today, it kind of defeated facts that they mentioned about the background story.
Right.
We had this tribe, the mountain tribe, who separated themselves, but they were just like, oh, there are noisy neighbors.
Yeah.
That's just kind of how they treat them.
Peasants. All of you are not Wakandan, you're peasants.
You have 5 tribes who came together under one king, true, but these are still 5 separate tribes. We're living in the same living room.
Right.
Like, you didn't feel that each tribe really had a difference. You have the river tribe and the guy with the green coin in his lip. Like, what makes the river tribe the river tribe?
Yeah.
You know, what makes each, that's what I really wanted to see. I didn't see tribes. Like, that's why I kept referencing to World of Warcraft, because each tribe is represented. And, like, especially like Warlords of Draenor, like, if you're a Blackrock orc, you're darker than all the other orcs. And because you're on the mountains, you deal with the soot and stuff like that. You have the Blade Fists, where their leader, because he broke from slavery, he cut off his own hand and free himself, and then he attached a blade to his hand. So now, if you're a great warrior of the Blade Fist, you trade off one of your hands for a weapon. You have the Frost Wolves, who live in the mountains, just like them, and these guys do. The Mountain Tribe does, and they fight with their soul-bound wolves. They all have a wolf to go with them, and they wear the wolf fur if they're elder wolf dies. I forget how they do the wearing of the wolves and stuff like that, but you see the culture within their outfits. These guys are just, we wearing our cool clothes, but we wear the colors of our tribe. And then they walk through the city. They showed the city a few times. The city just looked a lot like the Ragnarok city a little bit, except without the trash. I'm like, I don't see tribes but living together. I just see people together.
Like, they just met up together at this one spot.
Exactly. They just live together.
Don't know where they go.
This perfect utopia. And, like, I don't feel, granted, it's supposed to represent, like, we have a good living and the rest of the world struggles. But their world was too perfect, considering there's supposed to be 5 separate tribes. If they're 5 perfect tribes, why is there even the challenge of the king anymore?
Exactly.
Why is the mountain tribe the lousy neighbors who are only going to challenge them on each other? Because they're like, what are you even doing here? This is the tradition, to fight for a mantle.
They're like,
you even announced it. You have Forrest Whitaker announce it. What do you mean? What am I doing here? It's like, I felt, like I said, like, there's parts
I
of the beginning.
Expect them to be there.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The beginning was like some of the most of the areas where I was questioning a bit. I was like, okay, this doesn't line up as realistic, because, like, once you're in a movie, you're immersive and things start lining up. All the foreshadowing is well placed, but, like, the beginning was like, because I'm big on the tribal thing. So I mean, hell, we even saw it in Avatar, the blue people. You know, they had the ocean tribes, the mountain tribes with the flying bears. It's like, if you were a tribe, you were a tribe. Right. You looked completely, you wore a different style, you represented where you came from. Even if you guys are living together and you're all one and the same, you show where your background comes from. And I didn't feel the tribes until they had the final fight, but it was just the Rhino tribe versus the Kingsguard.
Right.
So
Maybe
like,
the rest of them are like, it's weird. Like, I see what you mean, but I think the point that you make about Jabari coming from the mountains, stuff like that, I guess the reason the shock was they probably hadn't been there for many, many scores. Because you remember there hasn't been a Wakanda king come over there. It's like, we didn't come over here, we ain't got over there either. It's probably some petty, like, oh, whatever. We don't need to. I guess he decided, hey.
Yeah, he was saying.
Maybe it's what, but I see what you mean, though. I see where you're coming from.
He was saying, like, you're the first Wakandan king to ever come up here.
In centuries before he was born.
Yeah, because even in that scene, you see each tribe represented at that waterfall by colors. I'm like, okay, so we seen legit tribal, like, styles, because each boat had a different style and how they were going to the ceremony. I'm like, oh, this is legit. Like, he's going to do something like, walk around, okay, I'm thinking there's going to be legit, like, someone's hiding in Wakanda, spying, where he has to go tribe to tribe and find them out. I'm like, okay, we're going to see, like, legit, because if you look at the continent of Africa itself, there are thousands of cultures.
Yes,
you're gonna
quite
see
literally
a lot of cultures and different languages. Like complete things look similar to others, but like so many different things that like stand out.
Yeah.
And this, I honestly just didn't feel it.
Right.
I didn't feel like there was actual. I mean, at least as the movie portrays, I didn't feel like they had real like tribal influences to separate each tribe. They just were kind of stylized.
Were you expecting like them explaining each tribe step by step?
No, not explaining,
like,
showing
like
that's
how,
why you
maybe I have to watch
Warcraft.
it
That's why you use
again.
Warcraft, and that's why you use Avatar as example.
I think I need to watch
They're
it again
shown
to look for the details.
Like, they're very lifestyle. Even if they're living in the same area, they have a lifestyle that shows what their tribe is. Because like they even said, we saw the farmlands and we're the rhinos, but why don't they show what the river tribe does? Because think about it, I knew obviously T'Challa was gonna live. He was gonna be found in the river. Why was he not found by the river tribe? But he was found by the mountain tribe, one of their fishers. I'm like, hey, what?
Yeah, that didn't add up. Okay,
so I'm like, all right, so what do these other tribes do? Why have a council if everybody's the same thing?
Exactly.
Now?
Why would they be different if we're all the same team?
Yeah.
But in general, like,
that was probably my only like gripe with it. Like, this is a very tribal heavy thing, and I didn't feel.
I guess they were like, we're just gonna focus on Chaz.
Exactly.
Because there's a lot to squeeze into a movie if they did that. Don't get me wrong. But like I said, that's why I use films that did it in like literally
just showing it like
a 10-minute
overview,
like, kind of an overview. Yeah, it doesn't have to be a montage, but like Avatar did it with the tribes uniting for the Great War against the humans. World of Warcraft had all the tribes who separated, like all called out their names, and they all had different sounds that they made when they were called out for where there was the duel. It was a Makara, where it was pretty much the same thing. It was a duel to the death for the mantle of the war chief. So you had each clan meet up together, and they stood together wearing what they wore. You didn't just see colors. You saw, black. They all wore the black. You had the people, and they were dressed in their tribe, and they all went. And when they went to actual fight scenes, you saw each fighting style represented.
I see what you mean.
Right.
I see exactly where you're coming from.
Or during the I'll say peace times, ironically, as Warcraft, there is no peacetime. But you saw if they're walking through society, they didn't just use the same city scene where we got kids on bike and some ladies selling baskets. Like, no, show them at the river tribe or show them at the.
What makes them river?
Because I want to know who's Purple Lady. Like, what's her town? Because she was rocking Angry Grandma all movie.
Yeah, she was mean mugging.
Who is she? Like, where is she coming from? Like, what's her hometown look like?
Right.
Wakanda doesn't need a.
It's one of those things where I guess it was
or hint to where Storm's origin comes from. Because she comes from a separate tribe as well. So it's like.
I feel like there's a deleted scene somewhere. Yeah. Because I feel like Ryan Coogler is super detailed.
Right.
He cares a lot about the project. I feel like it's a deleted scene.
Super detailed. I mean, obviously we saw like the tribal colors are there, so we know these tribes are meant to mean something.
Right. The color means something.
Expressed in the scenes where those tribes were shown.
And they were shown quite a lot.
Bit. Yeah, that's when they could have been expressing that.
A little exposition, just a little sprinkle.
I mean, because they could have took out some of the scenes from as adorable as she is, little scenes from the princess. Take out some of the sister scenes because she didn't do all that much, but just invent stuff.
Yeah,
which is cool, and it was fun.
But we didn't need all her explaining little ball things, and this is like we saw Tony Stark films. Just put it on, let him do stuff, and we'll learn about it later.
I was gonna say, you want to talk about super detailed? T'Challa's mother and stuff.
Ramonda.
Oh my gosh, so closely.
When she had those ice white dreads on,
to her
I was shook.
His actual stepmother, actually, because the characters the sister and the mother play as, and comic wise, their stepmother and daughter.
So they're not blood.
Not in comics, but in this movie, I'm actually glad they actually
Well, it makes
portrayed
sense.
it. Well, I'm glad they did. So, at the same time, I don't, like I said, there's some comics information that I have because, I've been going back to reading it all over again, which is dope. I don't really care. I just enjoyed the movie in general. But these actors look so dangerously close to these characters. It creeps
I've seen
me
some side
out.
by side comparisons, and they were spot on.
Exactly.
Ramonda looked really great. I forget there's hair underneath there.
Yeah.
Yes,
underneath that
there's hair.
headdress, and then when it came out,
Yeah.
I was like, oh my god.
She starting to remind me of a Warcraft character for a quick second.
It was so like
She was rocking.
she was killing
She
it.
looked like a Zondalari troll.
Exactly.
It was just like
That's a God
The
damn it, World of
Ezekiels, man.
Warcraft.
You want to talk about
Warcraft even has tribes and trolls, and I can name each
Yeah.
one: Amani, Zondalari, Darkspear. Like they represent where they come from.
I feel
Yeah.
like Black Panther would have been an excellent show.
Yeah.
Yes.
Excellent. Then
I was
we
thinking.
could
I was thinking when I was in the theater because I want to see. I was thinking the same.
Ooh,
And
I
they
wanna learn
probably
about
would have
what
done
they
what
did.
you were
I was
doing.
literally walking to the elevator and thought, I wonder how that would be if it was like a series where like we don't follow the Black Panther, but we follow like
when he's off doing whatever.
Yeah.
Michonne, get off of Game of
You
Thrones.
mean
Game of
like-
Thrones. Get off of walking crap and get into some like
Yo, that would be a
Marvel
dope.
Wakanda.
You would want to.
I really feel like
and
if,
she'd be the leading role of like
Yeah.
the Wakanda
So
series.
like
you would
no
wanna
sequel,
see-
straight to Netflix.
Right. So you would want to see Wakanda through her eyes in that
Yeah.
Netflix series.
Yeah.
Or would not.
Or kind of just on a regular person.
or his girlfriend because she's the spy. She moves.
Nakia,
Nakia,
yeah.
So like
Or,
watch it through her eyes.
or like through her sister. His
Or through the
sister's
many
eyes.
characters we have been introduced.
Yeah,
All the
true.
perspectives are like
Dude.
really interesting. So
Yeah.
that's when you get your tribe explanations and all that. You
Yeah.
can get into all the details and things like that.
Also,
The movie just
yeah.
glossed past it because they're just like,
Exactly.
we don't have the time.
I gotta
It's 2
admit-
hours deep.
I gotta admit, in the beginning of the movie as well, when they first introduced T'Challa's father into the movie,
Mm-hmm.
I kind of jumped out of my seat because when they just hit the doo doo and the lights went out, he came out and you just saw that face. I'm like,
When when he
You
had
were
his
scary.
bodyguards and they had their staffs
Yeah.
hit the
that
floor.
was legit. He's like, who is this? Some girl? I forgot how he described the girls.
like,
He's
there's-
like, they're not gonna knock again.
yeah, there's two women. There's two women in the front door with spears. Yeah, they're not gonna knock again. So
Open
I
up.
should just open it up. Next time they won't do it so nicely.
I don't want no smoke. Like,
Okay.
That's what he was like. I was trying to get
Hey.
stabbed up in here. Like that little dunk dunk.
Yo,
And they're
And
gone.
they're
Yo,
that Batman entrance.
I almost had a heart
Seriously.
attack because I
I
thought the
had
lights
a-
went out.
yo, for real. I thought the whole theater shut off right quick.
It's true. I did just kind of get like I had
I
one
got-
of those moments.
I
I
got
was like, I was
way
relaxed.
too
when
I got
looked
taken
it up.
out
I was
for a
like,
second.
hey,
Yeah,
whoa, whoa.
and then the
That shit
lights
got
just
real.
and then the
That was
lights
a-
just turned back
And
on.
I saw
and
like
it
the gold teeth. I'm like, all right, we good.
just
Okay, we're back.
We're back.
You can't turn to a
We're
horror
back. False
movie
alarm.
really quickly.
False
Yeah.
alarm, everybody.
Yeah,
This turned to a horror film like super quick.
that
I thought I
first
walked
scene.
to like Marvel's Carnage.
Yeah, that first scene where he goes ahead and go get his girlfriend. That was a horror movie.
What?
Oh, he did.
The-
No, that was some Batman shit.
That
there,
was
yeah.
that was some horror
Batman
movie
entrance.
when they first
When-
introduced his action.
when she was
stuff.
on her mission.
Oh.
to save
right.
the so-called slaves that were being sold.
Yeah.
And everything. Yeah, that was this horror screen.
Yeah, he was just pulling that Batman nonsense.
Oh, you
just
saw,
hiding in
all you
trees.
saw was the dog barking. He was like, "What is it?" And you see T'Challa just like, "What's up, boy?"
He was chilling like.
Like he was very
was
relaxed. He was just like, you ain't gonna do nothing.
Yeah.
Comes down, swipe, throw.
Yeah.
Like that's it.
Yo, he just threw like a whole man into a car, and that was
He-
scary.
Yeah,
Dead.
that was some.
That
That
was
was legit. Some like horror movie Batman stuff. Legit.
I
or-
saw the dent into the car,
Yeah.
bro. That's
Or when he
savage.
was like about to kill Claw and stuff, I literally thought his whole head was gonna animate to an actual panther like they did in the comics. I was gonna scream.
Okay, so I didn't think I'd get into my top 5
Go
or
ahead.
whatever.
I never said mine.
Yeah, he
either.
never.
Because
said,
I don't think you can.
You
It's
can.
hard. Yeah.
For me, I just go by. I guess my litmus test is how I felt afterwards. and
Right.
how I talked about
That's
it
a good way to
afterwards.
judge it.
You know
Yeah.
what I mean? I think that's very.
Because I usually go by what I quote the most. Or
Right.
What I
What
quote the
stays with
most
you.
and what I influence in my actual artwork the most. Is how
I feel like top 5. I want to say Logan for now. For one, even though Black Panther, I need to watch it again.
Yeah, because I've seen Logan about 3 times now.
Logan,
Yeah,
I knew
I saw it black
it
and
was
white.
my
But
jam.
Logan was still Fox then.
Yeah,
That's
I
what I'm
know.
saying.
That's
why
what
I
I'm
said-
saying.
That's why I
But-
can't do
but
it because
if
if it was
it's-
like actual Marvel characters, I got my list. But it was like strictly
MCU, it's
I'm
hard.
like,
That's
Yeah.
why it's like I want Logan to be my first, but in this case, Black Panther will take my first based on
Yeah.
how I felt. Iron Man's my third. My fourth is Doctor Strange, and I think my fifth would be like Cap first.
Yeah.
Origin stories.
Now,
Origin,
Winter
okay.
Soldier.
Sequels are like
I
love Winter Soldier. I think it's great.
The reason why I like,
but I don't love any sequels from Marvel. I never loved all of them.
The only reason why I like really do enjoy Winter Soldier is because they introduced Bucky and stuff like that. But that suit,
the pacing's honestly better in Winter Soldier,
and the action too. That suit. That's all I gotta say. That Cap suit.
I hate that Vanilla Cap is really just a montage movie.
Yeah,
fair enough.
It really is.
Most of it's just a montage. Like I can't sit through that.
How many times we have to see Hitler get punched or get killed?
No, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about literally a good chunk of the movie is a montage.
Yeah, you're absolutely right because when he's going to USO, right? Yeah. When he's still in that goofy outfit. I know you hate it. I know you.
No. I'm okay with that outfit more than the Avengers. No, the Avengers one is the bad cosplay, the Party City outfit.
Yeah,
I gotta look it up again because I don't remember feeling that.
That shit is a bag of Skittles. It is so loud. It is bright.
How do you make red, white, and blue?
Somebody did all the Captain America outfits in order per movie, and ignoring the Captain Puerto Rico jokes aside when he's in Avengers, but his suit is so bright, it's screaming stars and stripes, it is in your face. That suit is ugly.
They turn the saturation up too high, probably need to mute it.
You ever turn the saturation up so high on Photoshop and it crashes because it's too much memory?
Yes.
Yeah,
that's what they did to that suit.
Jesus,
I looked at it again. It's really bad.
I gotta look at it again. The first Avengers, right?
Put on some shades.
I hate you.
You're gonna need some shades.
All right, so that's me. I think I have a preference for origin stories. Mm-hmm. Right. Either it's a hit or miss for me for sequels, and a threequel is you're lucky if I care enough.
Which is funny because Ragnarok was actually the best of the Thor.
Yeah, you know what I mean. And I watched things backwards when it came to Thor. I saw Ragnarok.
The first one, the second one.
It just gets worse as the worse.
I
actually didn't mind the first one.
The first one's an okay movie, just boring.
I started watching the second one. I didn't like it that much.
You didn't like Dark World?
I like Dark World. I just don't like Jane Foster. She kills the movie.
Her
friend, whoever the girl is, says meow meow. She's adorable.
Oh, she's great.
Her. She's the only reason.
You're my kitty.
She's so cute.
When she couldn't say Mjolnir?
Yeah, meow meow.
Meow meow. Yeah, the meow meow.
Everything about the character. I love her.
You'd like to see more of her, but Jane Foster's supposed to be one you're supposed to like.
Yeah,
because she's a side character. She's not supposed to be that important.
She's supposed to become a Thor.
Yeah, she's
the She-Thor.
Yeah, she takes over right after Thor becomes unworthy.
Yeah, exactly why I don't like Jane Foster even more.
Didn't they kill her contract anyway, Jane Foster? The actress?
For her, yeah, that's why
they're not even bringing her back.
That's why that new love interest came up with the Valkyrie.
She is delicious too.
Improvements.
Oh, that one was gorgeous.
Yeah,
improvements.
Gorgeous.
Yeah, the thing is, I think they were trying so hard for you to try to like Jane Foster because she literally ends up becoming Almighty Thor. She becomes the new one. I
feel like that's what they wanted her to be, but because the reception wasn't great, people weren't attached to her. So that's why throw the whole character away.
This is how it goes.
Let's go with the Valkyrie.
This is how it goes. Thor becomes unworthy, then she ends up getting cancer, but the Mjolnir whatever ends up
Mjolnir.
Yeah, no Mjolnir, and that's his new nickname now.
I hate you.
Yeah, I know. But ends up dyeing her hair blonde and all that. Just out of here.
Throw the whole character away. That's what Marvel does.
We're gonna take her.
She
to
needs
the
to just go back to V
bin.
for Vendetta and Pirates of the Caribbean. Leave her in those movies.
We're gonna take her to the recycle bin from the Windows 98.
Oh, sorry. I only like Natalie Portman in V for Vendetta and in Pirates because
that was Keira Knightley. Different actress.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
I thought that was. I gotta watch it. They look exactly alike.
They do look very. They got the same kind of
That scares me. I swore that was Natalie Portman.
Wow.
Okay. Well, at least I know that's her in Pirates.
Right.
So you like Keira Knightley?
Yeah.
And
so ignoring that then. But all right. So let's go to my top 5.
You finally got one.
I'm gonna give Fox. We'll give him the leeway because it's hard to like.
No, we got to do just MCU.
That's so hard.
Yeah, you can't.
I mean, you did your list.
I did. So I really want a Logan on it.
I want Logan on mine too.
I do too, but
God damn it, Fox.
Why do you think I did? Because I went to a Spider-Man.
Go
I
ahead.
started off saying Spider-Man.
Yeah.
He's my number 1.
All right, go pure MCU then.
Pure MCU. Based on what influenced my artwork the most and what I kept going back because of drawing, I would say my number 1. I'll do bottoming up, I guess.
Okay.
All right. So at the bottom, I will put Avengers 2.
Okay.
Only because they finally brought in Scarlet Witch.
Right.
And I adore me some Scarlet Witch.
Yeah.
Then we'll put. Not Avengers 2. Civil War.
Civil War.
That's Avengers 3 in my mind.
Yeah.
So Civil War, and then I'll say Avengers 1 because that was groundbreaking.
Yeah.
I love how the effect it has. So that'll be number 4. 3. Stop that. Fucking Krabby Patty's just zooming in. I can't think because I'm just watching it zoom in every time.
Next thing you know, he says number 3 Krabby Patties.
Like seriously, it's gonna be like a SpongeBob movie. Like what the shit happened?
Okay, I'm sorry.
Right,
Go ahead.
3's kind of a toss up for the because like these would evenly be 2, but because
for sake of numerical
Amazing Spider-Man
purposes, is strictly MCU.
Oh man, right.
This hurts.
It does.
I'm gonna say
Guardians.
That's it. It's Guardians between Iron Man 1.
Ooh, okay.
All right, so Iron Man 1, then Guardians.
Or Iron Man 1, then Guardians, and then number 1 is still a debate because
Black Panther.
Because Black Panther
is just so fresh right now. You're like, damn, how do I give it the credit it deserves, but still not knock people off?
It was
Black Panther's number 1, but I don't feel like I'm dick right because I haven't rewatched it yet. That's what I'm saying. Like,
Yeah,
I want to put Black
don't
Panther
care.
as number 1, and it's fighting with Winter Soldier.
Ooh,
Because I watched Winter Soldier a lot.
Right, yeah.
I
You
watched
know
Winter Soldier a
what?
lot.
We gotta return to this list. Watch it again. Return to this list and see how we feel.
Yeah. Only because when it comes to Winter Soldier, I love the struggle of trying to convince Bucky.
Yeah.
I actually love that. Like
Tension.
we're sitting on Cap's shoulders the entire
We're
movie.
like, come on.
We are with him all the way through.
Dude,
That bromance in Civil War was obnoxious.
That would
but it was needed in
was
Cap
his boy,
2.
man.
Like that meant
Didn't
everything.
You didn't get.
Oh, the eyeshadow he had.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Even his style, like
Yo, everybody was that
and
in
then
Comic Con.
we had Nick Fury in there getting shot through a wall. It was so many things. Like, oh God, like it was like the same hype and
Tension.
surprises that I was getting from Nickelback. I almost said wow.
Look at this photograph.
Get out. Why would you even?
I don't know where that came from.
Okay.
No.
Yeah, from Black Panther. Like the hype scenes, like
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess because I like fantasy things and tribal things, which is why I put Black Panther up so high.
Mm-hmm.
But Winter Soldier was so more realistic, and that's where when it comes to my Marvel versus DC debates, I prefer Marvel because it's more realistic and more relatable. I can relate more to the world that they're in because it's literally just we're throwing punches trying to fight people, we're shooting guns because we're fighting, like we're at war with this kind. Whereas as much as I love the tribal stuff, they got the super high tech that I'll never see in real life.
Yo,
we got this shit
get
where
shot
he's
in the
doing
spinal, like
he's doing Spider-Man stuff without web sling, and I'm like, what? I wish. Like that's my fantasy, and then that's why it's up there on number 1. And then here's my
grounded.
I wake up and I go to work and I come home and I get a good rest. Like
Captain
that's my
America.
I'm used to this, and that's why I put.
I see. That's very interesting. How because all of these lists we all have our own
I have my
style
list.
of looking at things,
Yeah.
right?
Damn, wait.
I always go by how I
Well,
felt.
we both
I
said
have
it's how we
actually-
personally relate
Whoa.
to
Or
it.
like how I left and what my immediate feelings
Yo,
were.
I just realized you guys said
Tears in my eyes after Logan.
I just realized you said straight MCU, and I just threw Logan in one of my lists, right?
I didn't catch that. Honestly.
Oh,
I didn't
yeah, you
catch
cheater.
Because I listened to
sorry.
everything
All
was.
right, hold on. All right, so
Go ahead.
it's definitely Black Panther because he definitely took that spot from Winter
confident.
Soldier. Like I was with you
Yeah.
on that because literally that chase scene between Bucky and Cap was my life.
And honestly, I'm a Kingdom Hearts fangirl,
Yeah,
so I'm all about that evil best friend.
Exactly.
I love
so
stories like that.
Is Black Panther, Cap, Vanilla Iron Man, Hulk, Edward Norton? Gotta go all the way back.
You really taking it way back.
And Guardians.
Guardians. I still want to put Guardians and Ragnarok on my list because I really enjoyed those movies.
Yo.
But like I said, things that influence me, like to
My thing
emotional.
is- my thing
standpoint.
is-
those are pure entertainment.
Exactly.
If I want to watch something to entertain me. Those are the first things.
My thing is literally in general. To be honest with you, I want to throw Ragnarok on it too, but it's basically Guardians.
It's Guardians.
Guardians
That's why I
3.
put them together.
It's Guardian 3.
Guardians 3.
And they literally get introduced to each other in their own
Because
place.
my favorite MCU actor, oh man, I didn't put Doctor Strange on my list. And
I had to give Doctor Strange credit.
Now that I think about that, I'm gonna probably slide out.
Can we have top 6?
No, someone can go, right?
I'm probably gonna slide out Civil War.
Oh, bye.
Yeah, I might.
That's
have
Strange
Civil
changed
War.
my life.
I watched Civil War a lot, but strictly for
Yo.
entertainment purposes.
Seriously.
Doctor Strange was that tribal, like
Opened my brain up.
spirit. Like I love spiritual things.
Astral
so, like, that's
plane
what I'm like,
stuff,
I love that.
Dormammu and all that stuff. And it was cool.
We don't talk about Dormammu.
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 Well, we don't talk Dorsalami. Like we don't talk about.
He was a weird. It was once again villain wise, huh?
I give everybody pet names if you haven't realized.
Yo.
The villains get pet names.
Yo,
Like when I play like Marvel vs. Capcom, and I use the villains. Well, I just call it Dr. Doom Doom because nothing else you can do. He doesn't get a pet name.
Dive.
But I call there's Firebrand who's a villain. I call him Firebrandy. When I play Dormammu, I call him Dormammu. I've been calling Magneto Maggie for years.
Yo,
And you've heard me say Maggie.
Have I? Oh, wait, this is the first time I'm hearing about Maggie.
I've been calling him Maggie for years.
I must have just been like over my head.
I mean, because you have salt against him.
Oh, with his trash outfit, of course.
I mean, it could be Booster Gold.
Which one?
When you sent me that Booster Gold video,
Oh, I know you were screaming. They're like, no. But okay,
yeah, we've hit way over the mark.
We're over the mark.
We're gushing.
I'm sorry, that Booster Gold.
Oh my god!
Everybody watch Batman Harley Quinn. The movie's alright. Just watch it for that Booster Gold shade.
So
it is so funny.
Batman
they throw shade through
Quinn?
all these yeah.
Oh yeah, that one movie. Yeah. Okay.
Where she had like two butt cheeks.
She had two butt cheeks.
And it was horrible, but okay. You had to like touch my man's. That's all right. Cool. Anyway, I felt a way about it.
Well, he deserves to get touched because he wasn't long hair and wearing red.
Anyways, so what we're not gonna do. What we're not gonna do is this. What we're not gonna do is this.
Nah.
Anyways,
all right.
Final shout outs.
CO. Shout out to Villain Games.
Do we want to give this batarangs yet?
We don't get this. Batarang.
Excuse me.
I'm just saying. What's gonna be our numerical like?
How many Panther teeth we're giving this?
Ooh,
how many
True,
Panthers?
The teeth are on. Yeah, the teeth are.
How
on
many
the costume.
Panthers?
So it's
how
true.
many Panthers?
How many?
How many Wakanda signs are we giving?
Oh my god.
How many? How many kills?
Wait.
How many kill marks we giving this one?
How many Killmongers we giving?
How many kills?
Oh wait, I totally forgot. We didn't even mention the fact that they mentioned his Panther god in the movie in the beginning.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah.
I know, but I'm saying they did.
Oh yeah,
we
the
didn't mention
Panther
that.
that came down from the tree.
Sexy.
That was
the
kind of
outro.
dope.
I'm sorry, the outro. Even though before we're about to cut up, that outro was sexy through and out.
Oh, okay.
The outro was my thing.
So,
And
rating system. How many teeth?
I'm giving it a 9, bro.
My teeth are a 9.
And mine's
Absolutely.
9.
Like I said, because only the beginning CGI
9.5. 9.5.
Literally, it was like that beginning tribal CGI and not showing the true difference.
I love when they're just like this.
And it's funny because Killmonger looked at them like, "Oh shit, what's this?" Like he has a game look like, "What's happening?"
Are we dancing? Are we? What are
we about to scrap
the Millie Rock? What are we about to do?
My thing was, I was like,
is the challenge actually just to dance off? I thought this was a kill.
It was very like, oh.
My thing was, I'm back. I ain't dead. Nah, we done with that tribal shit.
Oh my god, when you said we done with that challenge shit. You too late. You remember when Killmonger
he
said
was
that?
Salty, yeah.
Like, nah.
He's like, I have not yielded, and as you can see, I am not dead. The challenge is not over. He's like, nah, we done with that challenge shit. Get this out of here.
Go back to the show. All right.
You know how hard I laughed.
How many?
He was so ignorant.
Are we good?
Are we going with Teeth or like we're going Panther? Okay, cool, awesome. Definitely a 9.2 for me.
Yeah, I'm on a 9.
I'm a solid 9. Like this is the easiest thing I've ever had to rate on this entire show.
Yeah.
I usually have a hard time towards the end.
Solid 9.
I'm just sorry. It's just for
my
me.
feels.
My
9.
thing is my
Way
thing
up.
is a 9.2 because of the fact of the matter is.
Why that 0.2?
0.2. I not even 9. Screw it. 9.5 because this is like the first Marvel.
None of that IGN.
Yeah.
We give this a 8.57 out of 5. Like what? Give me a solid number.
Not even
quarters or halves. Like leave it alone.
Literally a 9.5 because it's the one Marvel movie that hit home for me. Mm-hmm. It hit me so hard that I had to take freaking Winter Soldier spot, and it represented that character perfectly. Do I care about minor comic things? I don't. Mm-hmm. They did enough for it.
Yeah, they did enough.
The characters are dangerously looking like the characters from the comics. That's all I asked for.
Attention to detail is all that matters. Let's do our shouts because I got to get you kids home and I got to play some Monster Hunter and draw.
I like in that order. Yeah. Just Monster Hunter first.
Get it out my system.
Okay, fair enough. Don't want to tempt yourself while you're drawing.
We're going to be playing Ignite anyways.
Yeah, you usually keep me till like 4 a.m. That's
oh my god.
4 a.m.? More like you keep me because you be talking to me, and I'm like...
No. I wasn't even playing a game the other night. You were still playing and editing videos.
Invite.
Yeah, you're right. Press that invite button.
Anyhow, so final shout outs to the Speaking Mind Radio platform. Oh, Villain, My
Which
Villain.
we will be changing the name soon for anyone watching.
Oh, really?
We haven't put a lot of thought into that, but eventually we're going to be that one channel.
Marvy and the
So
guys.
anyone who's actually paying attention to us, because we don't get that many views, but anyone who's actually paying attention to us, eventually we're going to move our channel to the an ultimate one platform channel where it's a bunch of multiple shows. Like all the shows we shout out are going to be one and the same on one channel under one name.
Which is
Update.
dope, yeah.
Update. So those shows that are going to be joining us is going to be Oh Villain, My Villain, Villainy Games,
yeah.
OTR, Over the Top Row Podcast, Talks Wrestling, and The Real Shit Talkers. And yours truly.
Yep, and us.
And us. Shout outs to local comic book stores.
Yep.
We have the Fortress of Solitude in Newark, and we
On
have
University Avenue.
yes, and Joker's Child in Fairlawn in New Jersey.
Yep.
And as the sun sets on his mortal realm,
As usual, guys, thanks for watching this video. Glad you were along in this journey on a trip to Wakanda. Hit that like button, subscribe, leave us a comment of what you liked about the show, and definitely follow us when we make our move. I am Aesop the Alchemist.
Migs.
Tia LaBeouf.
And we'll get back to you guys later. Cheers.